Welcome guys, we are at Limited Cars in Heerenveen in the Netherlands, and we just finished filming the 156 GTA, which was really cool, kind of a retro car. And to stay in the retro car category, we are going to do the A1 Quattro right now, which of course is sort of the modern interpretation of the old Quattro by Audi, which is really cool. Yeah, I mean, this looks really special. Of course, this has the white turbine wheels, which are sort of a throwback to the old Quattro Audi, which look really cool with that red center lock thing. It also has a little red accent right there and a lot of black details. That is how you can recognize the Quattro, the A1 Quattro. So it has this black thing with Quattro written on it. Quite a big spoiler. This is black diffuser with two quite large exhaust tips. And it only came in white, in glacier white. So every A1 Quattro ever delivered was spec'd like this. So that's pretty cool. Let's take a look inside, because we have these really cool bucket seats, and they might not look like they're so special, but if you look at the rear, that is really cool, I think, with Quattro written on it. And we have a pretty cool steering wheel as well, with one of 333, because that's how many were built. And this really cool gear knob, which is aluminium, and it's kind of like that one in the R8. So really nice, again with a little red ring on it, and on the outside as well, red stitching, Quattro logo, red rev counter. So, you know, that's really the theme of this car. A bit of retro, a bit of red, pretty nice. So let's take it for a drive. Okay, so the A1 Quattro, what is it like to drive? Well, let's start with the technical stuff. This car has the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine, 2-liter TFSI, which they took from the Audi TT/S3, but they downgraded it a bit. So this has 256 horsepower instead of 300, and it has 350 Newton meters of torque, which that concept is quite cool. They took a lot of parts from the TTS/S3, like the differential, the Quattro system. It's sort of like the modern day version of the Clio V6 and the Beetle RSI we drove a couple of months ago, because they took a lot of stuff from bigger cars and they put it in this little car. So that's quite cool. As I said, they took the Quattro system from the TTS, so that's a Haldex system, which means it will send power to the rear when the front wheels can't cope anymore, and it can send up to 100% of the torque to the rear wheels, which is quite a lot, obviously. Oh, there's some police. What's going on here. So I really like that. And of course, like I said, the outside is really cool, really retro, with those turbine wheels, which I really love. They give this car such a special appearance, and they did a great job dressing this car up. So we have a manual gearbox, 6-speed with that cool R8 style gear knob. It has only been built with manual gearboxes because the DSG double clutch gearbox didn't fit in this car. So that's really nice. I really like the manual gearbox. It's quite light, but it's good enough. And another cool thing about this sort of Frankenstein approach to building a little performance car is that they had to adapt the rear wheel well, so where the spare wheel used to be and the gas tank, to be able to fit the Quattro system, the rear differential there. And they had to build this saddle tank which fits on top of the differential and stuff. So that's really cool. And it shows that they meant business. A couple of years ago they launched this sort of A1 Quattro concept, and that car had the 2.5 liter 5-cylinder turbo engine, which is one of our favorite engines of all time. And you know, it's a shame they didn't put that engine in this, but I can understand that it might get a little bit too crazy. So the car we're driving today is from Limited Cars in Heerenveen in the Netherlands, and it's for sale over there at around just under 60,000 euros, which means it really kept its value well, because this car was sold here new for 65. So, you know, because this is such a limited car, 333 build, it will keep its value very well. And initially only 6 were supposed to come to the Netherlands, but thanks to Audi here in the Netherlands, they lobbied a bit and they got 11 of these cars sold. So that's quite a lot for such a small country. So as usual, we have dropped down the rear seats to be able to get that exhaust note. Well, it does sound quite good actually. The exhaust sound is quite loud and you get some really nice pops and crackles. Don't know if you can hear that, but it's really nice. So performance wise, I can't really judge this car as standard, because we drove the MTM version of the A1 Quattro, which had 380 horsepower, and today we're driving this one which has ABT or ABT tuning. So it has 307 horsepower, which is quite a lot for such a small car, and it means that you get a lot of go. I mean, this is really fast. You do get a little bit of turbo lag, but practically all models fitted with this engine have that. But what's really cool about this car is that it's so special, and that it gives you a really special feeling when you walk up to this car. I mean, there are very few hot hatches which look this extreme, and I think that's really cool. So performance wise, this ABT version does 5.3 seconds to 100 kph, which is really quick, and the standard one does 5.7 seconds, which is also pretty quick already. And I remember when this car came out, like 3-4 years ago, the press release of this car was somewhere in Sweden or Finland, and they gave all the journalists these cars to play with on like a frozen lake or something, with studded tires, and you know, to really showcase the abilities of this Quattro system. And we weren't invited, but I remember thinking, well, that's really cool. It's a very small hatchback, and they have just turned it into this kind of crazy little bomb on wheels. And I thought it was very brave of Audi to to take them there. You know, this has a really short wheelbase, but it really shows that because it's able to distribute the power to the back, it means that it's quite slippery right here. So let's do it in third. It means that I can really pull it all the way through the corners. And you do notice that it only starts working when the front wheels lose grip, but it's a really nice feeling that when you start feeling you're losing grip, and immediately you feel that you get this shove in the back, which is really nice. The steering feel is quite nice as well. Audi has a bit of a reputation to have kind of numb steering feel and a bit too heavy, but I actually quite like this. Not too heavy. Go for second gear, 50 kilometers an hour through the corner. No problem whatsoever. And that ABT tuning is really well done, because you don't actually feel any irregularities or something like that in the power delivery. So it's not stuttering or something, which happens sometimes with those chip tuning setups. So I really quite like that, and I mean, it can easily handle 307 horsepower. So let me give you a look under the hood, or whatever you want to call it. So this is the engine, TFSI, as I said. Just switch off the engine because it's too loud. So as you can see, ABT power, it's really there, and this tuning was actually accepted by Audi. So there was a period of time where you could go to your Audi dealership and they would install the ABT tuning for you, and you could keep your warranty. So if that's not a reason to go for this tuning, I don't know what is. So in conclusion, the A1 Quattro, how can I best describe this car? Well, I think this is an approach which I really admire. It's this sort of Frankenstein approach where they took parts from bigger cars and put it in this small car, and we haven't seen that for a very long time. So I really like that. And you know, power wise, this 307 horsepower is incredible. It's really fast. It sounds quite good actually, and it handles well. I mean, this car will be a collectible, only 333 built. So I would say go to limited cars, empty your piggy bank, get that 60,000 euros and buy this car, because this will undoubtedly go up in value in the future. So thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet up here, and you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for AutoTopNL or @AutoTopNL and you will find us, and we will keep you updated on stuff we're doing, and you can check out some nice pics of the cars we drive. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.